Hey guys, it is Monday here in West Virginia, and it is time for us to do our Mopar Monday. And we have a nice selection of Mopars from Greenlight for you today. Actually, all are older releases. I think the newest one is from 2020, and they're mostly all cars from the 70s except for one. And that oddball we'll start with today, and it is from 2019. This is from your Hobby Shop Series 6. This series had a 69 Volkswagen Samba bus with a gas pump, and a 67 Ford Bronco with a backpacker, a 68 Chevy Camaro with a race car driver, a 71 Dodge Challenger, and that was that shakedown tribute, kind of like a resto mod with a race car driver, and the 75 Ford F100 Explorer with a spare tire, or with spare tires, okay? And then this 2000 Dodge Charger Super Bee with a woman figure. And some of these figures are really small. She's more like a, I don't know, teenager or something, especially if you do what I do. I cut those big bulky bottoms off and glue them to a piece of PVC plastic from one of the blisters because it makes them look more realistic in the dioramas. So as you can see, it's a good looking car. These are getting pretty hard to find too. I was really surprised to see what people wanted for these on eBay. I found one locally at a flea market, so I still was able to get it for a reasonable price. I think I paid $10 for it or something like that. So anyways, let's get him out of the package and take a look at him. And this is kind of like a combination of like the new Charger and the first gen of the newer Chargers, I should say, like the 2000, I think it was like 2006 when they started making Chargers again. Well, this has like the front end for those style, but then the side has that indented side panel for like the 11s and newer. So it's kind of like that transition phase they were going through. The new ones, though, I do like the, well, not the brand new electric one, the EVs. I don't know. I know they're a two-door, but I guess I'm just not fond of them because they are an EV. But if they were Hemi-powered, I'd probably like them more. But the ones prior to that, even though they were four doors, the wide bodies, they looked really nice with the radius fender openings, with the flares and such, and the streamline like headlights and such, the thin grille. They looked really, really aggressive. So anyways, this car though is nicely done by Greenlight. The tail light details very nice. You have your long tail light, one piece of the Dodge logo in the middle, and then your third brake light on the upper part of the deck lid. And it has like what we would have called a go wing. I'm not sure what they called them on the newer ones. And the mirrors are part of the casting, which is pretty cool. I think they're actually part of the side windows, how they are inserted as separate pieces. And then the wheels, I think, represent like stock wheels of that year. And the grill front end of the car, as I said, looks like the first Chargers. Still not a bad look, in my opinion. So anyways, nice looking car. Love the plum crazy purple. I'm not sure if that's what they called it that year, but it does look like plum crazy from 1970, 71. So speaking of 1970, here is our next car. This is the 1970 Dodge Charger RT from their Muscle Car Garage Stock and Custom Series. This is Series 7 from back in 2008. And this series gave you a stock muscle car and a custom version of them. And The Coronet we did the 65 Coronet probably a year or so ago, and then there's a 67 Ford Mustang, a 68 Chevy Camaro, a 69 Plymouth GTX, which I don't have that one, and a 70 Dodge Charger, which is this guy here, and a 72 Olds 442 convertible. And as you can see, just underneath each one it says custom, blah, 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 and it is the same car, just with custom wheels and custom paint, pretty much is what they did. So let's get him out and take a look at him. Yeah, I'll go ahead and ask you guys. Maybe one of you would have the car that I'm looking for. I'm looking for the Greenlight 70 Dodge Charger that is blue, like a silver blue, and it has dog dish caps on steel rims, black top. It's from the auction block series. I think it's like series 14 or 15, something like that. And that is the 170 Charger that I'm having a hard time locating. I would like to find it to put with all the other ones. So I finally found the white one for a reasonable price a week or so ago on eBay. I think I got it for right around $8 or $9, which is pretty good considering that most people are asking $20 or more for this car on eBay, but as they say, asking and getting are two different things. But yeah, the $8 to $9, that's not bad. I can deal with that, but I don't think the car's worth $20. It's not even like an extremely popular color. Some people like white cars, some don't. It's kind of like a universal color that can go with anything, pretty much. As you can see, it's got a khaki, like sand color, tan color interior, black top, and everything kind of is contrasting, but it also goes together. That's the one thing nice about white. And you have the black tail stripe on the car, and the hood does open, and as I pointed out before, on the second gen Chargers from Greenlight, the engines are a little bit too small, but the castings are really nice, so I can overlook the tiny engine, because most of the time I don't open the hoods on my cars anyways. They're sitting on a shelf closed up, or sitting in a diorama closed up. So now we have two cars from the hobby exclusive series. I don't know what they call it, if it's like the Dukes of Hazzard series. Some have said Tri-County series. I honestly don't know, but they're cars from the television show and movie of the Dukes of Hazzard. So this one here is the Hazzard County Sheriff 1974 AMC Matador. This one's getting hard to find. They have a 74 Monaco, the C-body one, and then they have a 77 Fury. I have both of those, and they also have a 75 or 76 Dodge Coronet, and I do not have that one, and that one's really hard to find too. But it looks so similar to the Fury that it doesn't matter if I find it or not. I'm happy to have the 74 Fury and this Matador, and then the 77 style Fury. So anyways, let's get this guy out and take a look at him. And it's been many, many years since I've watched the television show, so I don't remember like the different types of cars and such. The only things that do stand out to me were like the iconic ones, like the General Lee Dodge Charger, Daisy's Jeep, and then in some episodes there was that Roadrunner that she had, and then Uncle Jesse's F-100, Boss's 70 Cadillac DeVille convertible. But I don't remember like the different cop cars. Back then they all looked the same to me. The Monacos, the Furies, the Matadors, whatever. So not sure how often they used the AMC, or which one was the dominant Hazzard police car, which one they had the most of. If it was the old C-body Monacos, or the newer, not newer, but the late 70s B-body Monaco and Furies and Coronets, or these Matadors, or they just kind of shuffled them around. So anyways, these are in my opinion, a very ugly car. So I do not find this car that appealing at all. But it is in the series, and it is a Hazzard County police car. That's why I picked it up. The other AMC Matadors from the series I probably will not be getting, just because I'm not a big fan of that car. Then the next one is the 1975 Plymouth Fury from Chickasaw County, the Chickasaw County Sheriff. And when I seen this one, I thought it was going to be the Capital City car, because that's what I remember it looking like, with this brighter green. But once again, I haven't watched the show for probably 25 years, maybe 30 years, so I can't recall. The Capital City one I did get, but it looks like a very dark army green. It almost looks black in some pictures, but it is a dark green. And some people mix this Chickasaw County and the Capital City one up, because I think the Capital City car in the show had a lighter green like this. So let's get this guy out and look at him. And I just tried to get like some of the surrounding county police cars of the Monacos and Furies and the Coronets and such. Because, well, they're cool looking. I remember this style car from a lot of television shows when I was younger. So it does bring back memories. So that's one reason why I collect this style car. It's not that appealing. I mean, it's not a fantastic looking car by far, but it's not bad either. It's got something on the paint. It's a bad spot in the paint, I guess. This is another one that was tough for me to locate, at least locate for a decent price. That's what I'm trying to do, is locate them and then locate them for decent prices, but some of them you're just not going to be able to do that with. Some of them are getting really hard to find. And that Coronet for the Hazzard County is one of them that I think is going to be a pricey purchase, no matter when you or where you find it and when you buy it. It's just going to be one of those ones because it's Hazzard County. So anyways, this is a cool looking car. Another one to add to the collection. Probably one of the last ones I'm adding to the Hazzard County Monacos and Furies. I have other cars on my list, other Monacos and Furies, but they're from the Hot Pursuit series. So I want to focus on those more than the Hazzard cars. But the Hazzard cars are cool. If I can find ones I don't have for cheap prices, I may pick them up, but there's a few that I don't even care about getting, like the race car variant of the Monaco from the series. It's like white but has red and blue stripes on the side. Things like that I'm overlooking and not even putting on my wish list. So anyways, guys, that's it for today. We'll probably be back in the middle of the week with something. Not sure what it will be yet. If it'll be some trucks or wagons or muscle cars, maybe we'll be back with something. If not, we'll be back on Friday for our Free It Friday. So I hope you guys have a great week. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate your support, and please do not forget to give us a thumbs up. It helps us move up in the algorithm, and it will help our channel grow on YouTube. Thank you very much, guys.